Namaskar friends, this is Sandhya here. I teach Vedic knowledge, Sanatan wisdom, ancient management, healthy lifestyle to children in the form of Sanskar Shiksha. Sanskar Shiksha is taught through Sanatan morals, Dincharya, and also through popular ancient knowledge such as Ramayana, Mahabharat, Puran, Panchatattva, etc. I also talk about Sanatan parenting to young parents in Hindu mandirs. In today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 reasons to teach Vedic and Puranic wisdom to children. That is Sanskar Shiksha. Children's lives are blank canvases where parents, grandparents, teachers write or draw on it. By adding stories, images, ideas, etc., in the drawing, the child learns this concept over a period of time and later turns these concepts into beliefs in his life. In most families, all these processes are done before the child turns 10. This is how the child understands the rights and the wrongs, the family history, family beliefs, and develop their understanding of life. Until 90s, grandparents were part of most Indian families. They took the leading role in inculcating the sanskars, that is behaviors and beliefs. This was well-planned family system in India which helped Hindus to carry forward the religious knowledge, rituals and crux of life. Parents did play a role. However, their role was limited as they had to focus on earnings and livelihood. Let me give you a little brief about today's problem. In absence of grandparents and the lack of parents' interest and patience to impart the ancient knowledge to children, it is difficult to continue these processes. There is a potential risk of losing the knowledge and wisdom needed for its survival. There is a significant gap in understanding of core Vedic knowledge and sanskars among the children compared to previous generations. Additionally, the absence of gurukulas, which also played a significant role in imparting knowledge and sanskar, created further gap. Most modern schools are not interested in teaching this knowledge. Even parents are not interested in investing money or the time in the child's well-being through these teachings. This way, our cultural and intellectual heritage, which runs deeper and stronger in Indian families and education systems, are diminishing. The character building process through the teaching of Ramayana, Mahabharat, Puranas and Panchatattva is significantly hampered. The modern children, with lack of knowledge and the wisdom received from parents, grandparents and gurus, are prone to succumb to the external knowledge and developing the Western beliefs and are facing the risk of moving away from Sanatan Sanskars. Let us see the solution. The basics of sanskars come from teachings of Ramayana, Mahabharat, Bhagavad Gita, Puran, Panchatattva. The children also learned the Vedas, Upanishads along with the maths and science as a part of high school teaching at Gurukulas. In addition to teaching these skills, the Gurukuls also helped build the foundation for fulfilling life. The Sanatan teaching is usually impaired by sitting down near the spiritual guru and receiving the instruction from him or her through various teaching methodologies and approaches. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to talk about the 5 reasons why the Sanatan Shiksha is important. So the reason number 1 is inculcating ethical values. Ramayana, Mahabharat and Vedic wisdom helps the children to understand the value of character in personal and professional life. Ramayana teaches us what to do. The way Ram conducts his life, his philosophy, his integrity, his honesty and his different roles throughout his life teaches us what to do and how he performed all his roles impeccably. While Mahabharata teaches us what not to do. Here we need to learn from Kauravas and their associates and friends, their life and their stories and their actions and their deeds and their greeds, to know what is not right and what not to be done. Vedic and Puranic wisdom emphasize ethical values such as honesty, compassion, integrity. When we teach these principles to our children, we empower them to make decisions based on the rights and the wrongs. This teaching remains with the children for life that contributes their personality development and also impact their ability to make decisions, build the relationship, and act in a responsible manner. This is how you will find most Hindus working and succeeding abroad among all the complex situations. The second reason is the principles and the teaching. The core principle of dharma and karma is well described in Bhagavad Gita. This serve as a backbone of Sanatan lifestyle. An individual's dharma or dharma, the way the Western pronounces, is to fulfill individual duties in the life and play every role to the best of his or her ability and intentions. This includes protecting Sanatan Dharma. For example, woman has her dharma or the role to play as a daughter, as a wife or partner, as an employee or employer, daughter-in-law, mother, mother-in-law, a kind neighbor, responsible Samaritan, etc. Similarly, man also has the dharma of being a dutiful son, caring brother, loving husband or partner, responsible son in law, and dutiful father, father in law, good neighbor, and good Samaritan. Throughout the life, everyone is required to fulfill these roles both within and outside their families. However, the modern couples focus on I, me, myself, and diminish the value of society or the life in collaboration and coexistence. Whereas karam or karma is a very popular belief which requires everyone to perform their role or act. Act as per the dharma. The words did, work, action, act refer to both the act, action, and object and the intent behind that act. For example, Sri Krishna clears Arjuna's doubt during his confused state of mind on the battlefield. Sri Krishna explains the value of his dharma as a kshatriya to protect the society from evils. His karma was to take action to fight against the evil forces and restore the justice and the peace in the society. Here, the evil forces means Kauravas, their friends and associates, who did all immoral activities, unethical behavior, and also created trouble for everyone in their greed and in their selfish needs. Most of the Sanatan Dev or God and Devis or goddesses stories are about their lives on earth. It starts with the birth on this earth as a human with extraordinary capabilities, understanding their role and do their karma. For example, Sri Ram, the avatar or the form of Bhagwan Vishnu, took a birth on this earth. He fulfilled his karma of eradicating demons in Dandakaranya. Currently, this jungle is situated between southern Madhya Pradesh and northern Maharashtra. These demons troubled ordinary people and made their life hell. In addition to this, Sri Ram's role was also to defeat and kill the Ravana to restore the justice and peace in the society. His teaching of personal conduct, philosophy, truthfulness, integrity is unparalleled. His journey from Sri Ram to Maryada Purushottam was unique, ideal, and exemplary till date. Most people realized Sri Ram's enlightenment, power, and true form only after his death. An absolute emphasis on moral values, social harmony, and pursuit of knowledge, while also encompassing philosophy, science, spirituality, is a mix that can shape the holistic individuals. Sanatan Dharma instills the sense of purpose, awareness, and mindfulness in children, making it further relevant in shaping ethical and making them responsible individuals. Reason number 3, challenges and opportunities. The integration of ancient wisdom and puranic tales does present some challenges due to lack of knowledge of a teacher or a parent at home to teach these and align them with modern lifestyle. Teachers, including parents and grandparents, can narrate the stories and create a sense of resonance and significance without losing their main focus despite significant changes in circumstances, settings, etc. Additionally, young parents who are typically in their 30s are not exposed to this ancient knowledge I'm talking about in general. There could be many exceptions as well. Moreover, most of the modern literatures or writings denigrate these Sanatan teachings either by dismissing them as a myth or making them irrelevant instead of accepting facts. Even today, a large population in India still believes that Ramayana and Mahabharata are mythological stories, in spite of several historical evidences telling otherwise. The question is how to empower our children without interfering in their modern lifestyle. How can we help them find the meaning of life without directing them? How can we help them figure out the difference between meaningful life and materialistic life? How can we teach them to identify the needs and the greed and how to choose them wisely? How to make them self sufficient without dependent? How can we keep them connected and rooted to the culture so that they value it, appreciate it, practice it, and pass it on to the next generation? There is so much focus on providing more than needed or creating comfortable lives full of excesses in terms of food, clothes, gadget, even learning through unnecessary tuitions, etc. Comfortable lives cannot generate content. For that, parents need to teach their children internal journey created by teachings of Sanatan knowledge and wisdom, which leads to peace and fulfillment. Yesterday, I was talking to my sister about her Tokyo trip. She had to cancel it as she was faced with other priorities because her son was enrolling in the university in US. After cancellation, she simply said, if it was in my destiny, the trip would come at the right time in my life. Such a positive attitude in the life comes from accepting failure or success with equanimity. By inculcating the wisdom of Sanatan Dharma, there is an opportunity for a more imaginative and holistic understanding of life. This provides a more open minded approach to learning and reiterating universal laws that have remained consistent with human life and are relevant even in present times. The fourth reason is benefits to the children. Sanatan Dharma insight help children achieve holistic development by nurturing a deeper connection with the world around them and their own self. Vedic hymns and ritual provides a comprehensive worldview beyond materialism. Puranic and epic tales also encourage and enhance critical thinking and creativity. If a children develop a creative sense, then only life will seem to have some meaning. In addition, the moral fabric in Puranic epic tales fosters empathy, compassion, responsibility in children. The last reason is benefit to parents. Many parents try to teach religion to their children, which is more like teaching a cult. This kind of teaching creates negativity towards Sanatan learning, and the purpose of teaching is lost. Parents also complain that despite their efforts, the children have not learned the religious teaching. Parents forget that teaching helps the child explore spiritual and religious connection and experiences. An individual can be inspired by exploring and experiencing their own life stories or those of others. If you don't want to get blamed for not teaching, you must ensure that a child's life does not become an empty garden where no one cares to plant the seeds for flowers and fruits to blossom in future. In order to flourish Sanatan wisdom, we must sow a seed of Sanatan knowledge before outsiders sow theirs. Learning Vedic Puranic wisdom through epic tales of Ramayana, Mahabharata, Panchatattva is like a sowing Sanatan seeds. There are several emotional, intellectual aspects to incorporating Sanatan Dharma wisdom into child's formal teaching. The ancient wisdom enriches the experiences of life as Sanatan Dharma has been the foundation of wisdom since time immemorial. Let me conclude. Over the period of time, this knowledge made its way into ancient history of India. It was in sculptures, Puranic stories, epic poems such as Ramayana, Mahabharata, storybooks such as Panchatattva, and also become a part of life wisdom. Jizamata, Shivaji Maharaj mother, hired Krishnaji Pant to teach Sanatan knowledge and wisdom to Shivaji Maharaj when he was very young. Jijamata ensured Shivaji Maharaj received holistic training to build his physical, emotional, mental, spiritual development. This teaching helped Shivaji Maharaj lead his army and ministers and lay a strong foundation for Maratha Empire. If you want to see your child become an outstanding leader, impart this Sanatan knowledge. If you want your child to have a strong mental emotional balance, inculcate Sanatan wisdom. If you want your child to lead a focused and content life, teach them the value of karam and dharma. If you want your child to navigate life's complexity, introduce them to ancient wisdom. In order to contribute to the society, you should set a strong foundation for your children and teach them all these things. We are covering all this teaching in Sanskar Shiksha that consists of 3 weeks workshop. We are conducting in person and online in Tokyo, Hong Kong, and rest of the world. If you want your child to attend this Sanskar Shiksha, please use the link below to complete the form. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad.